Well, hi everybody, and it is good to hang out with you again. I've got some things I want to share with you that will help you as you move into your final paper. So let's get after it. I'll share my screen with you, and let's see here. Okay, we'll share that screen, and we'll come over here, and got it. All right, here we go. So what you see on your screen is the undergraduate mastery writing assignment grading rubric. It's a mouthful. This is the document that I use. There's an electronic copy of this that is attached to where you upload your assignments. When you upload your assignment, this rubric is connected to that, and this is what I use to input your grade. And my copy of it has drop-down windows in each level. I click on the level, and then it gives me a percentage, and that's how I score your assignments. So what I see on the screen is very similar to this rubric that you see. Mine's in color, this is black and white. That's really the only difference. And of course, the drop downs that I mentioned. As far as the verbiage and everything else goes, it is all the same. So you would decide what grade you would want. For example, if you wanted a C, you'd be in the average column, and you would look at your paper and say, okay, does my paper demonstrate conceptual understanding? Do I understand the concept? Well, yeah, I think I do. Does it present arguments, defends my rationale, and integrates multiple viewpoints for each assignment objective? For each assignment, there is an objective. If you look at the objectives and ask yourself, does my assignment meet the objective? And if you can answer that in the affirmative, you're in good shape. Support. Any assignment that is in the average to outstanding categories is going to have support from external sources. These are sources that are other than course texts or materials. My rule of thumb is, and I hate using that phrase, and I can't come up with a better one, but my guideline is one external source per page of text at the minimum, absolute minimum. I prefer more. Not, I don't want a library, but for an 8 to 12 page assignment, I should see between 12 and 20 external sources for a paper of that size. And these mastery assignment papers should be longer. I should not see a 3 to 5 page paper for a mastery assignment. You just can't cover the information without getting into those longer papers. So you will note that the bulk of the weight comes from the content. And are you using external sources? Do you understand the objectives? Are you making use of the material? And where do you land within these columns? Writing mechanics and delivery. Now, you'll notice that your writing mechanics also plays a large role, 15% of your grade. Let's say, just for sake of an argument, that you just have this concept wired and your paper is just out of this world as far as content. So you get the full, let's say, just for sake of easy math, let's say it's a 100-point assignment. These mastery assignments are much more than that, but let's just say it's 100 points. So you turn your assignment in and it is just out of this world as far as content. and you get the full 75%, 75 points. But let's say the writing is awful. It's over here in the 0 category. It's just abysmal. 75% is what, D or C? I can't remember which. I don't have the grading chart in front of me. So in any case, if your writing is abysmal, it's going to take a significant amount off of your grade. And that is going to be a sizable hit. If you got, you'd have 75% from a great paper, and usually if the writing is awful, you're somewhere other than outstanding in the assignment objectives. That's just the way it goes. So pay attention to those writing mechanics and the delivery and how you present that. Are you using the correct form of a word? How's your punctuation? There's a free service called Grammarly. If you just bring up I think it's Grammarly.com, bring up their website, run your assignment through that. It will save you so many mistakes, and it will help you greatly. Grammarly.com, and it's helped me. And I am an exceptional writer. A lot of practice. So your APA format, that's 10% of your grade. You could have a 90% paper and miss out on 10 points because of the APA formatting. Now, don't obsess about it, but here's what I do when I grade a paper. I open it up, and the first thing I look at is APA format, because I'm asking myself, does this learner care about what they've written and what they've turned in? And if a learner cares about this, I know they're going to care about this. So first thing I look at, because that's the first thing that comes up, what's the title page look like? Is there a running head? Is it formatted correctly? There should not be a page number on the title page. If there's a page number there, I know somebody's not paying attention to detail, and APA is sketchy, and I need to look at that more closely. If the APA is good, the next thing I do is I go to the reference page, and I scroll all the way to the end, and I look at the references that you're using, and then I begin to skim. I go back to the beginning, and then I skim the document, looking for parenthetical citations. Then I will occasionally copy the title of a referenced work, and I'll do a search on the document to see if it's actually used in the paper, and I'll do that on multiple sources. And most times sources are used, sometimes not. I remember one paper I graded, it had 8 to 10 sources in the reference page, and I think 3 of them were used. So that learner did not get a high score on that particular paper, just because if you're not using sources, what you're submitting is your opinion. And in academic writing, we're interested in more than your opinion. We're looking for scholarly submissions, and looking for your understanding of the subject matter and the ability to support your assertions. So that's a little bit of behind the scenes as far as grading practices and what to look for. Pay attention to the little details. They do matter. And pay attention to the writing tips that I've been giving you throughout the course as it's unfolded. Those are there to help you when you begin writing your mastery assignment. If you haven't begun already, get out those journals and use those as beginning points. They'll jog your memory for things that you've learned over the course and during the past 5.5 weeks. So that's it for now. I will stop my share and let you know that, as always, you can reach me at samuel.o'donnell@sckans.edu, or the information that is in your syllabus. So let me know if I can be helpful. If you need help with formatting your paper, you can certainly go to OWL Purdue. I have, I think, posted a sample paper, APA sample paper, and that's readily available on OWL Purdue's website. If you go to the APA section, you will find that there. So that's it for now. I will finish this up and get it posted for you, and I hope you find it helpful. So long for now.